everybody, it's Lisa Birmingham and I'm so glad that you're here with me. Recently I have fallen in love with gnomes. Yes, it's true, I have. I've always thought they were adorable, but after I made my fall gnomes, I just became infatuated with them. So today I'm going to start off a series of either 3 or 4 videos that I'm going to make on Christmas gnomes. So today we're going to do a gnome that is made out of wood. The hat is going to be made out of sock and the beard is going to be made out of yarn. It's no-sew and it's so easy to make. So let's get started. If this is the first time that you're visiting my channel, then welcome. I'm Lisa. I do DIYs, home decor, party ideas, and holiday entertaining. I just love this time of year and I have so many fun upcoming projects and collaborations I would love to share with you, so please subscribe so you won't miss out on any of it. Every now and again I like to break out the power tools, especially once a month for the Girls Can Use Power Tools Challenge, which is hosted by my good friend Natalie Callahan from Design to the Nines. Now, she does some amazing things over on her channel. She has done an entire wall and wainscoting. She's done a tile backsplash. She's a pro when it comes to power tools. Now, her co-host this month is Ashleigh from Ashleigh Lauren. Now, Ashleigh does some great farmhouse DIYs. I will leave a link to both of their channels in the description box below, as well as a link to the playlist. To start off with, you're going to need a form for your gnome. Now, there are a lot of options when it comes to forms. For my fall gnomes, I used a floral cone. You could also cut a triangle out of a styrofoam piece. You could also use some blocks. If your kids have outgrown the blocks and they don't play with them anymore, these are perfect. Or if they don't notice that they might be missing a few, you could use them too. It'll be our secret, I won't tell them. Since this is a power tools challenge, I cut my own. Now, I did a 1.5 by 10 inch triangle. I made 2, and I did it 1.5 because I wanted a really thick base. That way when I set it down, it wouldn't topple over and it would be really sturdy. I needed 2 identical triangles, so I thought it was best that I made a stencil. So I got a piece of paper and I traced out a triangle and then I cut it out. And then I placed it on my piece of wood. And with a pencil, I traced around my stencil, so I had 2 perfectly identical triangles. This is also very important because now I have a guide for my saw when I'm cutting it out. Now, the power tool that I'm using today is my trusty jigsaw. I use this thing all of the time. So what I did was I cut along the lines that I had traced out onto my wood and I got my 2 identical triangles. Once the wood was cut out, I sanded down the edges so that they would be clean and smooth. Now that my form is finished, it's time to add the hat. Now, to make the hat, I'm going to use a sock. Yes, just a sock. I got this from the Dollar Tree and I like to use the longer ones because then my hat is really scrunchy and slouchy and I like the way that that looks. If you want it to be tighter, then you could just use a regular size sock. Right now they have so many cute shapes and colors and designs for the Christmas season, so you can really choose some of those and go crazy. Also, for my other gnome, I'm going to use a red sock. Now, I got this red sock from my single sock stash by the laundry. You know, the bag that has all the single socks that you are sure have a match somewhere. Well, this one's never gonna find its match. So I'm gonna use it as the hat. And this is also a great way to get a free hat. I'm going to pull my sock over the point and down about 2/3 of the way onto my triangle. And then I'm gonna add some detail. What I'm gonna do is put some ribbons on it, and then I also have these wooden snowflakes. They came in a variety pack with snowflakes and Christmas trees and Christmas presents, and I got them from the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna hot glue one of them onto the center of the brim, and then I'm gonna hot glue the other one onto the point of the hat for some extra character and detail. I ran a line of hot glue around the entire perimeter of the hat, placed my snowflake ribbon in the center, and then pressed firmly so it would all stick together. Next, I added a dab of hot glue to the center of my wooden snowflake and placed it in the center of the ribbon on the brim. And finally, I added another dab of hot glue to the wooden snowflake and then pressed it firmly onto the point of my sock hat. On my red hat gnome, I put a chevron ribbon, I added a sparkly Christmas tree to the center, and then I hot glued a red ornament to the tip of the hat. Now that my hats are on, it's time to add the beard. Now there are so many selections when it comes to beards. For my autumn gnome, I used a mop from the Dollar Tree and it turned out fantastically. You could also use some faux fur. Today I'm going to be using this looped yarn that I got at Michael's. Now I love the little loops in it because it looks like the beard is curly. It also makes it look really, really full, which I love. It's got this ombre effect too in the color variation. It starts at white, it goes to a light gray, and then finally to a dark gray. Now the variation in the tones of the colors is perfect because then you don't have one solid chunk of one color. It is so easy to add the beard onto this form. All you need to do is hot glue the end of the yarn to the back and then just wrap it around the form. Now I made sure that I tucked in the bottom under the top part as I went. Just tucked the bottom under the top. And I also hot glued as I went, that way everything was secure as I was going along. And then when I got to the end of the form, I just snipped the yarn off and then I hot glued it to secure everything together. Now I did add a little mustache to my red hat gnome. I just braided the yarn and I tied the ends with some twine and I hot glued it right underneath the nose. Speaking of the nose, what I did was I used a cotton pom-pom. It came in this variety pack that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm just using the large white ones, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue it right underneath the brim of the hat. Now our gnomes are all finished. They are so cute and they were so easy to make, right? Now they are all dressed up and they are ready for the Christmas season. Now next week I have an entire mantelscape that is going to be gnome-tastic, so I really hope you'll tune in for that. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do it and turn those bell notifications on. I hope you got some inspiration so that you can make your own DIY gnomes. This winter season, bring in an adorable DIY gnome. These Christmas gnomes are a simple and easy craft to create. All you need are a few supplies and some holiday imagination. If you're looking for other seasonal home decor or entertaining ideas, then I've got some videos for you. And as always, thank you so much for watching.